No, nothing bad's happening. There we go. I just wanted music to kick in. They were hating on One Piece? Where? Who? Who? Bring them to the front. Who was hating on One Piece? Uh, give you the whole one too. Hold on, let me back it up. Who's talking about One Piece? Huh? Feeling good, just working out clean. I'm about to eat. That's it. I'm glad you're doing okay, Passion. You send them in here. Next time you tell them come over here and say it to me. They they really don't know. They don't know. I have to pull out my Tony Chopper hat. Zoom out so you can see the wanted posters on the board, on the wall. How dare they? I have to fight them. You know what? Did you ban them? You know what? You don't have to ban them. Maybe that's too strong. You need to start timing them out. Start timing them out. They called it mid piece, so they've never watched it for real. Okay. Children never watched it. Call it mid piece. Boo. You tried to get her to ban them. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Banning would be an appropriate action, and then they have to explain themselves to get back. So we could read the ban. You could read the ban request. You could read the ban request. Oh, my back just cracked. And see if their apology is worth you lifting the ban. But you could also time them out first. First offense, 30 seconds. Second offense, 5 minutes. Third offense, banned. Banned. You're not gonna come in here with this slander. He's like, yeah, I've never watched it. See, and people who've never watched One Piece, and I was once a person who had never watched One Piece, and I didn't know what I just refused to watch a show that had that many episodes. At the time, they hadn't crossed 1,000 yet. They were pushing 1,000, but I don't think they had crossed 1,000. And then one day I was like, fine, I'll watch it. I've watched all those I've watched all the anime. Fine. I'll just start it because what's the worst it can do? I had at that point watched 200 750 episodes of Naruto and like 300 plus episodes of Fairy Tail and Full Alchemist Brotherhood and the regular one. Least I could do was watch a little One Piece. I had watched so many duds, and I've watched stuff that I keep buried. I'll say it, I think it's called Staryu. It's like an idol a high school idol show. God, that shit fucking sucks, and I watched 3 seasons of it out of desperation. So I was like, fine, I'll watch some fucking One Piece. I just had it on in the background. Let me do my laundry, sweep my floors, watching One Piece. I don't really like so much old animation stuff, and early One Piece is old animation stuff, and it's drawn so differently than anything else. I was just like, ugh. But I don't know where they got me. But next thing you know, it was all I could live and breathe. And I binged all the way up right before Whole Cake Island, somewhere in the 700s, in 3 months. And I haven't actually touched it since. I've just been watching the wanted posters go up, the bounties go up. And I know we're out of Wano, so I'm thinking I might make the push. I think I might make the push soon. So it's so worth it, but I get not wanting to commit to that. And with Nesto being like, I can only do one thing at a time. I get that. That would be your whole. You wouldn't be watching anything else. I understand. But yes, I did 700. So I was in like 770 something in 3 months, and then I was like, I think that's enough one. Like I think that's enough One Piece. It was all I was watching for real, except for like what was coming on, on a day-to-day basis, the regular anime, like those. I was staying up to date with the seasonal stuff and then watching One Piece. You're at the time skip now, and that's fun. You know what's funny too? I binged all the way up to there, and I have restarted it a couple times. Watched up through Alabasta, through Skypiea, probably around to Thriller Bark before I ended up stopping again. And there are things on YouTube where they have these compilations to like recap what happened in the sections. That's what I'll need before I start watching it again. That was this year? No, that wasn't this year for me. That was when I did this, it was like 2019. It might have been 2019, 2018. That was because when I was watching it actively, they had not reached 1,000 episodes, or were like about to reach 1,000 episodes. And they give you one episode a week. So it's been a couple years since I've tried to catch up again on One Piece. But I know, as long as I don't let One Piece get up to 1,400 episodes, I can do less than 700 episodes. I can binge less than 700 episodes. There's this baseball anime that's like super long, and I binge like 200 episodes of it. Like it's just more than 700 episodes to binge. I think 770 like to whatever episode I'm on. That's my limit of straight up binge. Anything past that is kind of egregious. You gotta live. So that wasn't this year. This year I've been rewatching it. I can't remember where I stopped. I don't think I started rewatching it from the beginning again, and I know I got past Alabasta. But, one of these days I'm gonna wake up one day. It's gonna happen randomly, but I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna say, I'm catching up to One Piece, and I'm gonna do that. And then I'll have to pick up the manga. Oh man. So yeah, if you have any more One Piece haters, you said you personally didn't start. Yeah, take your time. When the live action came out, my mom watched it, and I asked her, would you be interested in watching in continuing the story? Like she likes the character, she likes the story, she gets it, but she's like, nah, I'll just wait for the next live action. So, she's a live action only fan now. I don't think I'll ever start. You don't have to. If you really want to know what's going on in One Piece, just start liking some of the things in your algorithm, like that pop up. If they pop up in your algorithm, it'll bring you all the story. It'll bring you the story. People having very in-depth, deep discussions about each arc in One Piece, and then past that. Yeah, and then past that. So if you have any other One Piece haters, Ant Laced Up, you know what to do now. You hit that timeout. You hit that timeout. And then you ban them. Cause how dare you after this? You had some time to sit down and cool down, and you still here talking shit. Banned. Write me a nice little essay. We'll see if you can come back in here. Yeah. There you go. And you tell everybody now. I hear my mods in here. I actually have to do some things with my mods. Yeah. Call the police. You say thank you for arriving so quickly, Ossifer. They're right there. Exactly. I love that. I love that. Oh man, that's a great emote. I forgot about the cops. Oh man. In SpongeBob, that's awesome. Oh man. You know what that makes me think of? God, hold on. I have the cops thing, right? I have the cops thing. You can, Nesto found it, I think, or maybe I told him. The 911 is a keyword, but you can also do, I think, exclamation point police or exclamation point cops. You can get that as well. But a cop emote would be good, because my whole thing is I do be speeding around here on Disney Speedstorm. We go a little fast. So I could actually use a cop emote, and what just came to my mind are the deputy and sheriff from Gravity Falls. So maybe I can find a nice emote with those two in it. And I see Wandering Rabbit is back. How was work, friend? Too many cops today. SWAT showed up at your work and kicked some dudes the door in? What the heck? What the heck? Gravity Falls. And this pin's dead. Sheriff, that's crazy. We need a story time. Did you go get the scoop? Go back and get the scoop and come back. You know, there's somebody at work who knows all the tea and will gladly tell you what they'll gladly tell you what was going on. They still milling about the building. Yeah, offer them a donut and say my work don't talk. Dang. I mean, so that's great in theory, because like I don't even really want to talk at work no more either, but that means that there's no gossip, there's no hot goss fresh off the paste. Y'all know what it's fresh off, because it definitely dropped from my mind. Deputy and sheriff. I'm also gonna see if I can get this Cheshire Cat dancing emote. I'm gonna have to resize it. See if I can get that up. We're gonna have some fun stuff going on in here. Presses. There it is. Thanks, friend. He's like, you know what it's hot off of. You know what it's hot off of. You know what my grandma would say to us? She would call me by my sister's name and vice versa. And then we'd be like, no, my name is this. And she's like, you know your name. Now go over there and do what I told you to do. So, no worries. Find out that hot goss. Please. We need to know why SWAT was there. Yeah, grandma will call you anybody. The dog's name, some made up name she heard on her stories, your cousin's name you don't look nothing like, y'all decades apart in age. some kids she met at church. She'll call you every name but your own. But you know your name, and you know when she had that tone that she was talking to you. So you go on over there and do what you heard. You heard me, didn't you? Okay then. So that meant I was talking to you, and go in there and do whatever I done told you to do. That's what that means. Yeah, me and my sister used to be fed up about it. It would be like, we don't even look alike. We don't even sound alike. Why are you getting our names, mixed up? But we do kind of look alike, and we do sound alike. And outside of maybe a height difference, depending on what age you're talking about, as a full grown adult, she had a point. She had a point. The differences were so slight that, like, one of you, the older one, sure, come here. They go down the whole line. Sharon, I mean Steven, I mean Chandra, I mean girl. My grandma wasn't gonna do too many names. She was either gonna call me my sister's name or tell me I knew my name and to come on. I've seen her work harder for other people, but for me and my sister, who were like basically at her house all the time, yeah, it was she just said whatever name was on the tip of her tongue. Now when she was telling on us to not only my mom and her aunt, her siblings, and my grandma's siblings, and anybody else at church who would listen, about how we were oh so bad, she got our names right then. She had no problem getting our names right when she was, telling us, something she think we did wrong. But to get us to do chores, it didn't matter who. It never mattered who. It never mattered. Well, I'm so glad y'all are here rocking with me. Let's get a little sweaty in this game. We're just gonna mute that and switch over.